God, no, yes, I didn't get that.
Let's, did you see number H?
I texted,
Did you?
I asked Steve.
Well, do you want it?
We don't know them.
It doesn't really table because you haven't done anything at all about this, right?
Right.
So you can just say what's going on. You only need to table it for the issue.
Did you ever watch the Gilmore Girls? Sometimes, yes, my daughter.
Not the whole thing.
All right, let's call this meeting to order. Can we have a moment of silence, please? Rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, Steve.
Councilperson Boyd,
Here.
Councilperson Pavlicek,
Here.
Councilperson Canafari,
Here,
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Here.
Councilperson Freshwater,
Here.
Council President Demko,
Here.
Mayor Rabb.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, are there any public comments on any of the listed motions? Administration.
good evening. First to order is motion to approve the minutes from the council meeting on November 12, 2018.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
B, motion to advertise for the 2019 general fund budget, sewer fund budget, and liquid fuels budget.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve? No.
We didn't spend any money.
No. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
C, motion to advertise a special meeting to take place on December 27, 2018 at 6 p.m. to finalize the Carnegie Borough General Fund, Sewer Fund, and Liquid Fuels Fund.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
D, motion to advertise the 2019 Borough Council Planning Commission and Shade Tree Commission meeting schedules.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes.
E, motion to advertise Borough Ordinance Number 2455, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie continuing Ordinance 981 of 1982, as amended by Borough Ordinance 2344, providing for setting of Carnegie Borough's business privilege tax for the year 2019.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
F, motion to advertise Borough Ordinance Number 2456, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie continuing the local tax enabling ordinance Number 806, mechanical device, Number 808, real estate transfer, 809, earned income, Number 2279, local services, as amended for the year 2019.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
G, motion to advertise Borough Ordinance Number 2457, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie continuing Ordinance 2386, providing for non-owner occupied dwelling registration for 2019.
Second.
We have motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
We are skipping H and moving on to I. Motion to advertise Borough Ordinance Number 2459, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie amending Chapter 18, Part 6 of the Borough Code of Ordinances relating to sewers and sewage disposal.
Second.
A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
I thought, excuse me, Madam President, I thought we were going to advertise it, just a limited, or
We
Make
can
a motion.
advertise it without the rate in there.
we can authorize the advertisement without knowing the rate.
Steve, can we do that?
I don't see any reason why we couldn't.
I mean, that way we just get that administrative out of the way.
Just as far as the advertising.
Yeah, we don't, I mean, the rate's not set.
Yeah, I think it's,
The rate in there.
I mean, why not get the motion out of the way so that it can be advertised once, so that we don't have to do that later?
if you think you're definitely,
We have to.
oh yeah, that's all right.
Right?
I don't know, do we
I
have to
don't know,
advertise
if
it
it-
exactly the same?
Oh, but
way?
you're talking about if you raise it, right?
Yeah.
I would agree with Phil. I think that we just move forward. I just put that in there for everyone to know what it is. Like, you know, I think that we just make the motion to advertise them,
And fill it in later.
fill it in once we meet.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
no
that's good.
different, it's really no different than any of the other motions that we've already,
I guess the only
business
difference,
privilege tax rate could change. We don't have that in here.
the only difference in advertising is whether you're gonna say, you're gonna decide between now and then.
before we
You're
advertise.
gonna make it clear that it's a raise if you decide to raise it.
Right.
Correct.
That's the only hiccup, is whether
So
whether you just would do a general advertisement and it seems that you're slipping in a raise, rather than saying,
We're not trying to slip anything.
no, I know,
No,
yeah,
but I
I know.
see what he's saying.
So
I
that it
think
doesn't
leave
get
off.
perceived as that way.
Right,
Yeah.
just leave it off.
The whole motion?
Yeah. Okay.
It's no different than, I mean, earned income tax rate could go up.
Yeah,
and
but we're talking
tax
about the
rate.
village, and he has a good point. It's
But
like
all of
we're gonna
these rates
advertise
could
it,
go
then
up.
we're just gonna stick it in there, and it's not gonna be out there.
No, whatever.
It'll be in the budget and let out as and advertised.
I think it's up to the preference of council, whether, I'm just letting you know how yeah.
Right.
That wouldn't be the intent.
We're leaving it on.
Well, no matter what, whenever we would advertise for it in the paper, it would be included. So, I mean, it's.
So when we do the motion on December 27th and we have two less people in the audience.
That would be the motion to adopt it, so, I mean, I would obviously.
Whatever.
Good with, are we good?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Apparently, Doc's getting an attitude, Bill.
I'm just saying.
This is big.
I never heard him say whatever.
Okay, just.
Okay, moving right along here, ladies and gentlemen. J, motion to authorize the president of council, borough manager, and borough solicitor to prepare and execute the documents necessary to obtain the 2018 tax anticipation loan from Washington Financial Bank in the amount of $1 million at a rate not to exceed 3.16% with no origination fee, pending credit approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, Steve?
Councilperson Sarsfield?
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater?
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd?
No.
Councilperson Papachak?
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari?
Yes.
Council President Demko?
Yes.
Motion passes.
K, motion to adopt resolution number 2018-09, a resolution of the Borough of Carnegie, Allegheny County, authorizing the issuance of a tax and revenue anticipation note, Series 2019.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion
By
passes.
myself. Motion to approve the December 2018 bill list and bill list addendum.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve?
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield. Yes. Councilperson Canafari,
Yes.
Councilperson Poppachek,
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve payment for the November 2018 GTN law invoice.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve?
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Poppachek,
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Councilperson Canafari,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield. Yes. Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Public safety?
I move to adopt resolution number 2018-10, a resolution of the Borough of Carnegie, Allegheny County, designating the borough manager as an authorized party for 2019 PennDOT road repairs, including Washington Avenue, West Main Street, Chestnut, Forsyth Road.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Madam President. I have one motion this evening, motion 8. It's a motion to advertise Borough Ordinance 2460, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie, amending Chapter 15 of the Borough Code of Ordinances relating to the parking of commercial vehicles in the borough trailer in addition to what's already there.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Committee reports? Administration?
None this evening, Madam President.
Finance?
The work on the budget continues. Much work has been done so far. We're not quite ready to establish what the tax rate or what the fees will be in the borough this year, but we do expect to meet it according to, or meet the deadlines according to the state's requirements. And that's all I have this evening.
Code enforcement?
Nothing this evening, Madam President.
Public Works?
Nothing this evening.
Public Works for me. This Friday will be the last day of picking up leaves. We're usually done the last day of November because they fell so late and all at one time to give another 2 weeks to get them all picked up. So after this Friday, you have to bag them in brown disposable bags and use a call and come pick them up.
What about the ones that are already on the street piled up?
We're still getting them.
You're gonna get them?
Friday.
There's a bunch on Russell Heights, but
We'll have them all done by Friday. If not, he's on the shooting which we finish all those.
Mother Nature works with you guys.
Right.
Yeah. No snow, no rain through Friday.
Good job.
Thank you. And I have nothing to report this evening either. Manager?
I just have one thing.
What? I'm sorry. Public safety. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
You call public safety.
I know, I'm sorry.
Come on, see, you guys are getting ready to be quick, see? I know when I'm not welcome. All I really have though, Madam President, is the fire department is going to be going around with Santa on the fire truck as opposed to last couple of years. They tried a Christmas party that didn't seem to go over so big and they received a lot of requests. So they'll reach out to you, Steve, to put it on our website, and they'll have it on their website. But there'll be more 2 evenings with Santa on the truck.
You doing?
No, like I said, they'll give Steve a call and put it on the website there.
Part of it's dependent on Mother Nature, so it's really
Yeah.
hard to, manpower availability and Mother Nature. Santa Claus doesn't like to get wet sitting on top of the fire
I
truck.
just want this one to get me right.
Sure. Sure.
And then the other thing pertaining to the fire department is Phil had touched on that we are going over the budget. And the fire department did request from us this year substantial amount of money to equip them. But, it's about safety. Their equipment gets them by what they currently have, but there's many, many classes that they can't attend because their gear is not up to what it should be. It's about keeping them safe so that they can keep our residents and our businesses safe.
Tell us what the numbers they need.
37,500 is that gets them 10 suits, and they actually got 2 suits for free, so they'll have 12 guys equipped, and they are reapplying for the grant that they applied for last year, which they just kind of missed the cutoff, but hopefully this year they will make the cutoff, because obviously the departments that got the grant this year won't need it again for next year. And it was a really well-written grant, and it looked like they were going to hit a home run with it, but I did speak to our state rep, and she's going to try and aid us in whatever way she can to help push that along for next year. But,
And that's for the suits? The grant is for the suits?
That'll be for like additional suits. We already purchased these ones.
Do you know when the decision about the grant is to be made?
Late in the year,
Late in the year.
Of
Yeah.
2019? Or
2019, yeah.
Oh.
Right, they were already turned on for the last grant
Yeah.
already, so they're reapplying for another one. But they actually already got fitted for the new suits, and they'll be in sometime in February or March.
What's occurring is, it's a staged purchase. The guys that are interior firefighters are the ones that are gonna get the new personal protection gear. The gear that all of us wear, has a 10-year lifespan. Doesn't matter how many times it was in a burning building or not, it's got a date on it. When the date says it's 10 years old, it has to be replaced. That's all there is to it. It's no different than the bulletproof vest that the police wear. The shame of it all is the last 2 years we've had guys that have gone through all the training that's required to become a firefighter, and the last step is going into a burning building, and you have to have gear that allows you to go into a burning building. Our guys couldn't go in, so they couldn't go, cross the final threshold to become what's called firefighter 1. But once the new year comes in, they'll be able to do that. I'm an old guy. I'm an exterior firefighter, or a hose junkie, but I don't need the new stuff, although it should be replaced on the off chance that I need to go in and help somebody.
But that's all I have, Madam President.
Managers report.
I just have one thing for this month. We've had some sidewalk problems on Morrow Avenue, and Public Works finally finished them, and took a little longer than expected, but something we would normally bid out, we were able to do. So if you can go by, take a look at them, but other than that, they did a good job in doing it ourselves. So just want to let everyone know that those are finished. Thank you.
How much did we save, you guys doing it?
I don't know, we never got prices on it. I put a round figure for everybody, so they did it.
I just wanted an idea.
Might be interesting to figure it out, just to see if it made sense doing it ourselves, or if it didn't make sense.
It makes sense to see how much sense it made.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. That's one in the house.
You can figure that out for us.
It makes sense to know the sense.
Right.
There you go.
I think you can just talk about like the square footage of what it would be.
Sure.
Just get a price.
God bless.
Thank you.
Okay, Carnegie Volunteer Fire Department EMS report.
Thank you again, Madam President. For the month of November, there were 23 fire calls and 91 EMS or ambulance calls.
Thank you, Madam President. The police activity for the month of November 2018, criminal arrests citations 20, traffic stops, 52, traffic citations, 62, parking tickets, 184, complaints and self-initiated activity, 767. So 'tis the season for the December activities. Happy holidays from Carnegie, because we are gifting free parking to our patrons that shop local and support our local businesses. It started this past Friday, December 7th, through Monday, December 24th. Let's support the businesses that support our community. The Carnegie Volunteer Fire Department is currently selling Christmas trees for their annual holiday fundraiser.
You can scratch that.
Yeah, they're up.
Oh,
They were out of the lottery?
Yeah, they sold them.
really?
There's 4 in the lot, but chances are they just have to pick it up.
So it looks like their annual fundraiser went well. And those proceeds do benefit the Carnegie Volunteer Fire Department and Rescue. To echo what Councilman Sarsfield was saying, I have dates of Wednesday and Thursday, December 12th and 13th in the early evening that Santa will be visiting Carnegie, escorted by the Carnegie Volunteer Fire Department through the local streets. So to be listening for sirens, but apparently if the weather doesn't cooperate, that might be changed. On Friday, December 14th, we have the Wassail Walk on Main Street, and you can enjoy a refreshing cup of wassail while shopping in Carnegie. Saturday, December 15th, from 9:30 to 11:30, Santa will visit Burn Fitness at 307 East Main Street.
You get some cars.
Santa has been getting around. And you can meet Santa, pick a toy, and have free hot cocoa and cookies. Also on Saturday, December 15th, from noon to 6 is the cookie sale at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton Church, located at 330 3rd Avenue, sponsored by the Christian Mothers and Guild. Homemade cookies that are just in time for Christmas. On Friday, December 21st, we have the Ugly Holiday Sweater and Funny Hat Day in downtown Carnegie. So you need to wear your most obnoxious holiday sweater or silliest hat and shop locally. There will be plenty of deals and fun during this crazy event. There are a slew of other events happening at the library that I always save for Maggie because you're one of 2 people in our audience tonight. But just to look back, I can't believe that 2018 is coming to an end already. And it seems like just yesterday that I stood up here and raised my right hand and got sworn in as your first female mayor. So there's been a lot of growth that's been happening around us, and it's a wonderful time to look back at the past year and express our gratitude to everyone that has made it possible. Beginning in 2018, I started doing ribbon cuttings for the new businesses in Carnegie as a symbolic way to say thank you for choosing Carnegie to be your home. I have been pleasantly surprised at how many times I got to whip out those big scissors. Since January, we have cut ribbons for Quantum Spirits, Leo Greta, Abandoned Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh Pottery, Apis Meat and Winery, and Firebox Art Studios. We already have Indoor Bar Studio set for January 5th, and a few other new businesses in Carnegie that we're trying to still get on the calendar as well. And that's tremendous. Other projects continue to make Carnegie the place to be. We started our farmers market this year, and we learned a lot. So we will be dedicated to making that a true success for 2019 by actually starting earlier than March. Yeah, that helps. Also, Carnegie Police Department had 2 events, Cruising on the Main, that were a huge success, and money raised was donated to Carleton Youth Baseball. The Carnegie community was also able to come out for coffee with CPD. It was the informal but informative way to get to know the officers that work day in and day out to keep this community safe. That will be starting back up in January, so stay tuned for the upcoming dates for 2019. I want to sincerely thank the employees of Carnegie Borough, our Department of Public Works, Carnegie Police Department, Carnegie Volunteer Fire Department, the library, the local businesses, and CCDC, my fellow elected officials, and of course, our Carnegie residents for making Carnegie the best place to live, work, and play. Carnegie's strength and resiliency was tested this year with the tragic fire that occurred at 200 East Main Street at the beginning of March. Over a dozen residents were displaced, losing everything that they had. The terrible loss of Mike Wells and one of Carnegie's staple businesses for over 30 years, Papa J's. I would like to once again commend and thank all of the first responders and all of the outpouring of support to help those victims. It was truly remarkable. I look forward to the future of that site and am excited and hopeful that it will help enhance and benefit our business district and community. As busy as this year was, there is still so much ahead for Carnegie. Next year, we will be celebrating 125 years, and each of our great community events will have a little extra special touch to them. I, personally, will continue to work hard for Carnegie, and honestly, I couldn't ask for a better chief of police than Chief Kennedy. I would like to especially thank you and the Carnegie Police Department for keeping this town safe. Thank you. I wish everyone a happy holiday season and a safe and prosperous new year. That's all I have for this evening, Madam President. Reflection.
Can you pass these down? I'm feeling kind of good and welfare. That's next, right? Public good and welfare. But I wanted to say thank you for a number of things. We had a fabulous day at the library at Music Hall on December 1st. Former Mayor Jack Kubistik and Carol Covey, who I don't know the formal name, but
Events Committee.
We had, we're downstairs in the studio. It's amazing seeing kids making ornaments. Mayor Stacy Riley was there. Jimmy Popacek was there. I think that's it. It was a busy day. And it was really lovely because, the Santa and the photographs, the gift giving are upstairs in the library, and the kids are just downstairs making wonderful things. It's not quiet, but it wasn't filled with tears or anything. It was really wonderful, and it just felt like our community coming together. And I'm sorry, Joanne isn't here, but I just want to say what a lovely night it was last week for the Building and Business Owners holiday celebration at Quantum Spirits. It just felt great to be part of this community. It always does, but that just was it was good food from Hungry for Time. Don't usually drink gin, but what else good? It's my cucumber. But it was just about all of us getting together as a community. It was just very relaxed. Mary Mank, our new library director, was with me, and I was just impressed with how easy it was to just fold in and introduce people. I did hand out something, and we do have a lot of performances coming up. The one I really want to put a spotlight on is December 28th, Jazz and Samba with Etta Cox and Kenya. Kenya is a Roslyn Farms resident. It's Brazilian jazz. We need some real Brazilian jazz. It's just getting so great and impressive, and they'll put a little Southern Hemisphere sizzle into this bleak midwinter. It's only a $25 ticket. It includes a dessert and prosecco reception afterwards with the performers. But what it really is get a head start on your New Year's Eve celebration so you can be home in your pajamas with a good bottle of wine on the 31st and not having to do battle with trying to get babysitters or restaurant reservations. It should be really fabulous. I do cello here. By the way, Phil, you will be delighted to know that one of the guys dropped out of cello
And there's
theory.
a gal in
And there's now two. No, there was always one.
Oh, there was
He
one.
came to see, can I quote you?
Yes.
He thought he was coming to see three hot chicks with their hair flying or whatever. And two of them were men. So
Right.
now two of them are women. Two of them are women. They
So
had
what
a
do you
little
win?
change in the lineup. They were very good.
I'm just asking if you said.
They were good. They didn't disappoint you with their music.
They were fabulous.
They were fabulous. That's the weekend when there's no football. I know that's not a bye weekend, but the weekend before the Super Bowl. Part of our big 125th anniversary celebration, which is actually March 1st, which is the incorporation or whatever day. It is that we're doing these TV tunes with Christine Leda. It should be really a lot of fun. We want to find something that the whole family could enjoy. So we're just keeping busy all the time. I also, on a more serious note, wanted to thank Steve and Keith. We have begun our hillside remediation.